Hello, Tarot viewers. Welcome to our Timeless Oracle reading. And our Oracle card for today belongs to the Intuitive Life Coaching Oracle by Kelly T. Smith. The card is entitled Approval. Choose to approve of yourself, and others will too. Oftentimes, we find ourselves that there is something missing. It's as if there's a lack of zest in our life, as if yes, we go through our life, we face the challenges that we daily encounter, but there's something missing. It's as if there is a certain longing inside too. Within you, there is a certain longing, a certain pining inside of somehow you feel there's still something lacking in my life, sort of like that kind of question. And oftentimes when we look a little deeper, we realize that maybe it's because we have not really expressed to the world our uniqueness as a person. Oftentimes what happens is it's just part of our growing years. We try to adapt to the expectations of the people that we love, the people that we give value in our life. So oftentimes they teach us, well, you should be doing this way and you should be doing that way. Well, these are the basic things that we learn as we grow. Like, for example, learning how to drive. Usually at the start, you tend to follow certain things that you need to do. Like, for example, if it's a manual transmission car, then there are certain rules that you have to do. You cannot immediately release the clutch. You have to balance it with the gasoline. You need to do certain things. So there are certain shoulds and shouldn't be at the start. But when you start to learn how to drive, the rules becomes less demanding, and you tend to drive already following your intuition because you already develop the rubrics. In our growing years, it's the same thing. When we are learning how to adapt to the environment where we are in, there are some shoulds and shouldn'ts that we first try to adapt so that we will be able to survive in the environment that we are in. The problem is sometimes we remain with the shoulds and shouldn'ts. No? So we end up becoming sometimes what other people want us to be, and not our true self. We tend to forget that the shoulds and shouldn'ts are just there when you are still beginning to learn things. But later on, it has to progress. We have to grow. And sooner or later, our uniqueness as a person need to somehow come into the scene. So maybe the question that the card is giving us right now is, are we really expressing ourselves to the world, the true we that we are meant to be? Or are we slowly becoming somebody that other people wants us to be? People have a lot of expectations, and sometimes also out of generosity, we try to also adapt to their demands. But then the danger is sometimes we end up becoming somebody that other people wants us to be, and no longer our own unique self. And so we are not able to sing our special song. So what happens is we start to feel something is missing in our life. And I guess that something that is missing in our life is that we are missing the uniqueness of who we are. That is why I think that the card says here, we need to first love our uniqueness as a person. We need to first approve of ourselves, to have that self-love, and not to be ashamed to be our own unique self. When we develop that certain self-love, that certain self-confidence, people start to appreciate our uniqueness. When we become our best self and not the second best other person, when we become the one we are meant to be and not what other people want us to be, we exude a certain charm, a certain mystery, for some, a certain X factor that attracts people to us. And it is a certain beauty that nobody can surpass, because that beauty is the unique you. The unique you that nobody else can copy. There will be no better you than you. So it's like, yeah, I think here it's more of self-affirmation. Right now, the message is loving oneself. The message is appreciating your uniqueness and not being afraid to sing to the world this unique self, this unique gift, which is you. Now let us try to read from the handbook that accompanies this card so that we will be able to gain more insights regarding approval. I think approval can be also self-love, self-approval. Okay. Choose to approve of yourself, and others will too. Okay. This card represents you or someone around you who is emotionally dependent on the approval of others. Emotional dependency occurs when we give away personal power, thinking that others have or can say what we need to make us happy. We may be extra clingy or clingy, and or have unrealistic expectations of those around us, causing us to get disappointed easily. I think it is, yeah, when you expect people to fill up your cup instead of having your cup filled up by the divine. When you expect, put the, when we give the power for others to make us happy, yes, it's, yeah, something like that. It's the approval of other people. If the approval of other people will determine whether we will be happy or not, something like that. So we may be extra clingy and or have unrealistic expectations of those around us, causing us to get disappointed easily. Now, this dependency happens to all of us at some point in our life. Okay. What needs to be addressed here is our insecurities. Why is the approval and or companionship of other people so important that we devalue ourselves in the process of gaining this approval and or companionship? In reality, you are the one that you need right now, no one else. This card is a call to reconnect with and believe in yourself. It is a reminder that even when someone disapproves of or does not like you, it is not a direct representation of who you are. It is only one person's perception of who you are. Yes, it's like saying to the world, well, this is me. Accept me for who I am. If not, then just let me be. Okay, let's continue. You do not need anyone's approval to make you happy, as true happiness is a state of being that you can access at any time, simply by tuning in to its frequency. Today, choose to be happy regardless. Choose to value your own opinions, even and especially when other people don't. This too shall pass. Your lesson? Learn to love yourself again. Know that you have value and purpose, and that you are beautiful no matter what. Your love and acceptance of yourself is the key ingredient for your healing process now. I think your theme song for today will be I love you just the way you are. Okay. Now, intuitive life coaching questions. Okay. Do you feel that you need the approval of others around you? If so, Why? How can you give yourself the approval you are looking for outside of yourself? What is standing in the way of self-love? Well, this is a quite interesting card. I hope you were able to resonate with it and at the same time find some insight and inspiration from it. Thank you for the likes and comments that you have given to the channel. Thank you for subscribing. I hope to see you again next time. Until that time, may God continue to bless your ways.